Welcome to EDI Edit 95. Welcome everyone, and our presenter, Brittany Alderman.
Right. My name is Brittany Alderman. I am currently a third grade teacher for math, science, and social studies in Middletown. And when I was creating my portfolio, I decided I kind of wanted to make it colorful and fun, because I think when somebody first looks at your website, they kind of need to know what kind of person you are and what your thoughts are when it comes to technology. So on my page, I just have a quick about me, how I feel about technology and how I use it in my classroom, or I'd like my students to use it. And just a couple of little quotes, a lot of notes, because I'm a big Disney fan. So something that students love looking up and using the internet to find most fun facts and things like that. So it's something that really gets them thinking and using technology. I have or and just getting them to learn how to use these different resources. I'm in a very technology-rich district, but a lot of the teachers really don't know how to use them besides for the required programs, and this reflects onto the students. So I've used the PDs, such as introducing digital resources into the classroom with other teachers, and they've seen that they can use these different websites or different tools, and it really gets the students engaged. I also did a STEP PD, and our district is now getting involved with an actual STEM curriculum. They had a STEM night a couple weeks ago where the students got to go in, they got to do all these different STEM activities, and the parents got to see. So it looks like that's what we're headed towards now. I also using instructional technology for struggling learners. Being in a more urban city school district, we have a lot to come from poverty, a lot of socioeconomical issues. So a lot of our students are low, and is something they use all the time when they're at home. So it's really a motivator for them. So giving them things that they can use and learn from it while still having fun has been really great. A big one are a Google district. So I use Google Classroom constantly with my students, and they've gotten so used to it that I can share everything with them. Anytime I present something to them in class, I post it on there, and a lot of my kids like to go back and see what we're doing, or they show their parents at home. So it's really brought more of a community together within the classroom. My son education is how technology is how we evaluate our use, especially because evaluation is so big in not just small schools, but within the state. Everybody is worried about the New York State assessments. I have to give MAPS testing and quarterlies, and the kids are always being evaluated. We're always being evaluated as teachers. So I think to use technology to do that in a more creative way helps the kids not get so burnt out. Also talking about blended learning, just different things that I have found interesting that I will try and implement in the classroom. I have different instructional videos, and with I actually share teachers go, wow, I look for so there was that, or look, and they've actually started using it with their students and realize what an impact it actually makes. One of the really cool websites is Symbaloo, and I love using it with my kids. My kids thought it was the coolest thing. So I actually have set up for Fun Fridays or just when they need downtime, instead of them using the internet just randomly, I give them the Symbaloo, and it's got all different games. They come to me and they'll tell me, I was on the internet this weekend, I found this really cool game. They'll show me, and if it's a math website or something they're doing, I'll post Symbaloo. So it's been really fun for the kids to see and get to try different things. How to step by step really help teachers also. I happen to be one of the youngest ones in my building, so I'm used to technology. A lot of the veteran teachers, this is all new to them. So having that step by step projects, just to overview things that have or there's also in my classroom. So I'm seeing an actual example of how it goes really helps teachers understand, okay, this is how I can use it with my kids, or this is how my kids do it. And for my standards, I think one of the ones I was most proud of and kind of shocked is my advocacy plan for Standard 1D. This thing was just meant as, product and how to use STEAM in today's classroom. So I just focused on my checking the technology we have. And I received an email from my professor asking to share it with Ken, who it didn't ring a bell. And then I realized that my superintendent. So he shared this with my superintendent, and we had this that night, and it seems like we're headed more towards having that STEAM or STEM curriculum. So that's been like my big accomplishment, because and really having said this another thing I really like doing was the digital storytelling. Math to use those kinds of things as much because it's all problem based. But what I like to do with the digital storytelling is my kids who struggle, I give them a word problem and they've actually made a story about it, and it helps them understand. So they get to go through piece by piece, what's the story, what's happening, and creating an action to go with the story really helps them understand, okay, this is what's happening in the problem. What operation can I use to draw a picture to represent it? So even though it takes a little more time, it's actually deepening their understanding. I've really enjoyed the program. I'm very much so actually apply it different ways has been really cool. And just using it with my students, because they come from where the internet is YouTube and scrolling through pictures, but now they're getting excited on how they can use it to create presentations, how to send things to each other, how to work together on different projects. So it's been really rewarding to see it within the classroom.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful. And I'm sorry that my voice is being back and forth. I have no idea what's going on. And your voice had some choppiness, so maybe it's still my internet connection. I'm trying to figure things out here, but luckily Zoom is recording, so that's one good thing. I don't have to worry about the limited screencasting time. All right, Janet, do you have any comments, suggestions, questions? I think her microphone, I'm sorry, speakers.
Sorry. Based on your presentation, technology is really a powerful tool to motivate students to learn, to students to create presentations. That's a good thing.
And luckily it's recording, so you have a chance to see your beautiful presentation and your great website. And did you have a chance to link it to the space so I can have a chance to share with the next cohort of students?
Mm-hmm.
I see Michelle is coming along. Is that your time, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm at 6.
Okay, so we just had a chance to look at Michelle's, I'm sorry, Brittany's Weebly website. Oh, good question about Weebly. Everybody so far who presented on Weebly, they liked it so much. So if you want to give one tip to new users, what would you say? That you could recommend, or someone who's starting all these.
I mean, I didn't find it very hard to use. I think you just have to be aware of what tab you're in. I think that's the hardest part because you have to be in build to be able to do anything. So as long as you're paying attention on what tab you're on, if you're on theme, then you're trying to do something and it's never going to work. But it can be a little tricky when you're clicking and dragging things, because sometimes they don't go where you want them. So you almost have to put what you want, and then play with it once you have the information in. Then it's a little bit easier to navigate where you want something to go.
Yeah, I used Weebly maybe 5 years ago, so I still have probably my website somewhere. If I Google it, I haven't used it for a while, but it seems like they have new templates and they fancy things in the background, so it's an improving website. And just like how your students like Simbaloo, you know, once you use it, and then after a while, there's a new software comes in and you start using something else. But very exciting. Very exciting to see your presentation and all these videos that may help future people about all the topics that you put together. Oh, one thing. What do you think about Learn Zillion? I think I saw that one of the videos.
I like it to a point. There's some of the videos are pretty good because it does go step by step, and I like it more for giving to parents for homework help, just because it follows more the Common Core way of explaining things or how we're teaching them. Because the biggest thing I hear from parents is, well, I don't know how to teach it the new way. I only know how to teach it the old way. So Learn Zillion's videos are kind of more aligned with what we're doing. So I can tell, you know, the parents, we have a classroom website. So the parents can go on, click on the topic, and then I've had parents say, okay, we watched the video. I understand this part, but where do I go from here? Or, okay, now it makes sense. So I like it towards homework, and I'll maybe use it in my class every now and then, but it's not a huge part of what I use or what I do with that.
It's one of the supplements, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, Michelle, are you getting ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
9 minutes. Okay. We would love to hear, and you have a.
Do you want me to start?
Yes, please.
Okay, so first I'm gonna send my link in the chat for my whole entire presentation. That's just a Google link with everything together. And then I picked out a few that I really, you know, found important and different ways to explain things to friends. So I'm just gonna share my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Or no? You can't see it through?
We saw your screen earlier, a beautiful background.
Okay, so you're starting to see it. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right.
Yeah, yeah, go back to share screen again. But we
Okay.
don't have it on anymore.
And then share entire screen, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Perfect. Now we see a nice,
Okay.
beautiful scene.
So my first what I like my mind out and I took the class while I took the final class and I made a why didn't I do it? It's not never yeah.
Michelle, I cannot hear you. Something is wrong.
Never.
All right, if you don't mind, I'm going to restore the whole session. If you don't mind, please bear with me. Something may be on my end. Hold on. But let's restart the Zoom session. Don't go away. Okay?